Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of the Gravel Underdogs podcast. We had a ton of great feedback after episode 1, so thank you very much for not only tuning in, but reaching out to let us know that it wasn't awful to listen to. We're back for a second week. Going to talk about some upcoming races that are happening this weekend. Chase is actually racing. We're going to talk about some races that happened over the weekend, get into some race predictions for the season, and maybe some tech talk and listener questions at the end. So let's get into it. I'm most excited to talk about your races this weekend, Chase. Do you want to do that first or talk about what happened last weekend?
Well, I didn't even know stuff was happening last weekend until I logged into Instagram and then I see that Sofia won another bike race and I was like, what, what's happening over in Europe land? Because I feel like us Americans are pretty disconnected from everything outside of the Grand Prix or, Belgian Waffle Ride is what's happening this weekend in the US. So let's cover the less covered stuff in the US. And actually, I think we had a hard time even finding what happened or like news about what happened over in Europe. And then like another issue we have is Trey nor I can read Spanish, or neither of us can read Spanish. So one of the races we're gonna cover, we couldn't really go around on their website. And I know you're probably gonna say in the comments that Google Chrome has a cool extension that translates everything, but we are old geezers on this podcast. That is why we're in gravel. So yeah, first up, I'm gonna butcher another Spanish name. This was the race that Sofia won. It is the Castellón gravel race. It was 60 miles, which or 100K if you're listening in Europe. But the crazy part is it was 9,000 feet of climbing. Yeah, what are like I don't think you could make a gravel race like that in the US. It would have to go up and down mountain bike trails or fire road.
Yeah, it would just have to be up and then straight back down and repeat that a couple times. It would be like you can make that course almost anywhere, but I don't think anybody wants to do that. Like no one would
Yeah.
register for the race if you were going into it and they're like, it's 60 miles and 10,000 feet of climbing. Like I
It's
that appeals to some people, I guess, but definitely not me.
so yeah, this is in
Why
the Valencia. Oh, go ahead.
why did we not know about a UCI Gravel World Series race? Like why is the US so disconnected from that series?
Actually,
Like it
this
should be
is
so big we're talking about it all the time, right?
Yeah, this is my thought though. And I actually wanted to bring this up. I think gravel in Europe is so much more different than gravel in the US. Like a lot of the gravel races in the US are the like big distance is 100 miles because y it's not a race. Most people aren't going to a gravel event to race. Maybe they are, but I feel like most are going there to challenge themselves at the 100-mile distance. Where I looked at a lot of the photos in Europe from this UCI race, and everyone, and maybe it's just how Europeans look on the bike, but everyone looks like they're there to race each other. It's not, and I mean, it is a 100K, 9,000 feet climbing race. So you do have to be pretty serious. But I think the Europeans are more into the gravel racing stuff, where in the US, it's still very much like, I want to just go do this cool event, kind of like someone would do a marathon race. Like, I just want to complete this or challenge myself to get the best time.
Yeah, like these races don't have a age group field or like a fun ride type of thing. Like everyone that shows up is there to try to win. type of thing,
Yeah,
where like most American races, only the top 10% know they are there to try to win. Most people are just there to have a fun day, see how hard they can push themselves. They're there racing themselves, not everyone else.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I saw a few like Masters World Champion kits. I'm just like, yeah, you wouldn't see that in America. But I guess yeah, skipping to results again, we couldn't find much on this. I have the results pulled up. I don't know if you do. So there was 838 riders from 40 different nationalities across 5 continents. So it is, almost 1,000 people. So pretty big race. In the men's race, Roman Bardet ended up winning. I guess spoiler alert. I'm just reading from the article, and they wanted to put the winner first. He launched a decisive attack to cross the line solo, claiming victory ahead of European champion Mads Schmidt. And then a third place, I have not seen this name before. Maybe he's raced Unbound. Matthias Lohmann in third, which, is this the demise of the specialized super team? Mads didn't have, I don't think Matt Beers was there because it looked like him and Keegan were out riding. So can they win if they don't have the team tactics?
I don't know.
I guess maybe this statement goes right back into my mouth because Sofia won, and I think she won by a pretty big margin.
I think I said
Morgan,
or saw somewhere that she had an 8-minute lead. I
jeez.
could be wrong about that.
So, yeah. I mean, 3 for 3 to start the season. We are
Yeah.
doing top 10 gravel preseason rankings at the very end. Spoiler alert, Sofia is my number 1 spot in the women's category for
He is
preseason
also my
rankings.
number 1 spot.
Second place was Girona resident but U.S. Citizen Morgan Aguirre. And then third place was Elena Hartman. Elena's another rider I haven't heard of, but yeah, it's, I guess, European racing is in full swing. I mean, there's not, I bet our listeners don't really care about another Spanish race that isn't a part of the Gravel World Series. So, okay, you need to cover. So that was the one race that I saw happening this weekend. There's a couple races besides BWR happening. Trey, do you want to take control of the Spanish sounding one so I don't butcher this?
So we have, I think, only one stage has happened of Transcordialis, correct? And it is a 4-day stage race. Or wait,
No,
no, more than
that
that.
one's 8 days.
Yeah, 8 days. 8-day stage race. This is another race that when you go to their website, everything is in Spanish. So it's hard to get the facts of what's going on. This race is sponsored by Envy, so shout out to Envy. Do you have results from day 1?
I have the women's podium.
Yeah.
Natalie Franco was first place. She used to do collegiate racing in the U.S.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
Whitney Allison in second place.
Another
And
American.
then I think the Allisons love stage racing because they did gravel burn as well. And then Lauf rider, homie from the Rift mountain bike race, Maddie Nutt was in third. So they have a pretty strong women's field. In the men, I saw a picture of the podium. I didn't take down notes of any of the names. Simone Pelot, who lives in or trains in Colombia, I think lives in Colombia, won. This is probably just a cakewalk for him.
Probably so.
And then,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
assuming he's just going to dominate this. So I don't really have any predictions for this race besides Simone dominating.
Do we have
The other race,
you don't have second or third, right, for that race? And you just looked on we had to look on Instagram to try to find info on this race because there's like nothing on the internet about it.
okay, and then the other gravel event happening, I can pronounce this one. Maybe not. Sahara Sahara is happening. Yeah. What have you seen on this one?
So this race looks like it could be one of the coolest races in existence. Like racing into the Sahara Desert from the Atlas Mountains on the very northernmost of Africa. It just looks so sick. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just go to the Sahara Gravel website and give it a scroll because it's like so sick. Do we have a start list of any kind for this? So this race hasn't started yet. It starts tomorrow, actually. Today's a Tuesday, so it starts on Wednesday and goes to the 27th, which I think is Saturday, should be the last day for this race. So we'll be covering what happens over in Africa next week.
I couldn't find a start list. I feel like these gravel events keep that pretty tight to them. We'll also
I think
see
more
that
often
same.
than not, we're not going to have start list for future races.
But that's okay. The two people I know that are going over there and racing, I guess they're already over there, is Payson McKelvin and Peter Vakach. He's like I think Payson and him did a ride over to Morocco, or like, yeah.
If you had to pick one of those two people to win, who would it be?
Peter. Yeah.
I agree. My money's on Peter.
Peter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So Sahara Gravel starts tomorrow. And then on Saturday, Chase is racing BWR Arizona, correct?
Yes. Okay. This is the one that I actually have info on, and we have half a start list because they send out like a teaser in the email. So we're also going to do predictions for this one. Right now, Julian and I just pre-rode the whole course over the past few days. I think the proper bike to ride would be a drop bar mountain bike with 2.2-inch tires and maybe full suspension because it's kind of a gnarly course, especially in some sections. Yesterday, gravel biking in general is weird because Julian and I were riding, and then all of a sudden we run into Andrew Lesprance, Haley Smith, and Haley
Green?
Batson. No,
Bad.
Batson. Pre-riding. And if anyone doesn't know, Haley Batson got silver in the Olympics for mountain biking in 2024. And you just like we ended up pre-riding with them, and I thought
So
that
she's
was
doing
really cool.
gravel now.
No, she's in. So I asked her about that. She's in Arizona right now. They drove up from Tucson. They're all just training down there.
Yeah.
She
Is
was like,
Lesby racing this weekend?
yeah, Lesby's racing this weekend.
Okay.
And Haley Smith. So, yeah, that was, we pre-rode with them. Lesby probably put, there's one section of the course that's really fast and technical. He probably put 2 minutes into me on like a 10-minute section. And I'm just like, cool.
That
Like,
doesn't surprise me. He is a really good bike handler.
I was asking him, I'm like, how do I get better? And he's like, well, how far ahead are you looking? And I'm like, I know you're supposed to look like really far ahead, but he's like, yeah, when you're going really fast, look further ahead. And I'm just like, okay, I'll try that. And then we like hit the downhill. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look ahead. And then he got like too far ahead, and yeah, I just reverted
He
back
got like
to
top 5 at Little Sugar last year, right? Yeah, that's like the most technical course there is in the gravel racing series, and he killed it. So that says a lot about his abilities.
yeah. So that's a course preview. It's 100 miles. BWR Arizona has never had a separate men's and women's start. This year will be the first year they have that, which I think will be really nice just from a safety standpoint, because you're not on gravel roads. You're on double track and single track for a lot of this race. So here's the start list from the email. First up is Lachlan Morton, Haley Smith, Andrew Lesbrance, Haley Batten, Russell Finsterwald, Cecile Lejeune, Lance Haydet, Torbjorn Road, Haley Batten, Riker Brand, Therese Martins, Holly Breck, Andrew Dillman, Sienna Herman, Daxton Mock, Starla Teddergreen, Stefano Barbary, Luke Musteller, Melissa Aiken, Julian Gagne, Keaton. I can't pronounce his last name. I thought he was like Dutch, and then I looked him up, and he's just a mountain biker from the US. And then Leslie Etheridge. And then from other Instagram posts or just talking to people, I'll also be starting. I wasn't fast enough to make the email this year.
Dang.
Who I'm surprised didn't make the email for being fast though. Alex Wild is going to be there. Justin McQuarrie, Hannah Shell, and then Griffin Hoppin, the U23 Lifetime Grand Prix winner.
Yeah. They listed a lot of men, not a lot of women in that email, it sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't reach out to Jenna Reinhardt or Leah Vanderlinden. They're both down in Tucson training together for Cape Epic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if both of them show up, or yeah, I don't know why there's not as many women, or why there isn't more women listed, but so yeah, do you want to do a top 5 prediction? Actually, this will be, we need to take notes on this because we're going to do a season long points scoring of who gets the most top 5s right.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I don't have your email in front of me, though. I forget half those names. My top one is Lesby to win.
Okay.
I'm a big Lesby fan because he's like the nicest dude in the world and also really fast on a bike. So I really like Lesby. I'm going to go Toby Road in no particular order. Or are we going in order?
No, it has to be in order.
Has to be in order. Toby in second, Rusty in fifth, Andrew Dillman in fourth. Wait, I need a third place. Uh-oh. I forget who else you named. Lachlan Morton in third. I don't think Lachlan's actually going to get third, but I can't think of anybody else you named.
Okay. They are in the episode notes. Okay.
Shoot. I don't have that pulled up.
Okay. Well, my top 5 for the men, SB in first. You just
crazy. Copied me.
I know I'm copying you there. And then Toby in second, Julian Gagne in third. Ooh. Rusty in fourth, Daxton Mock in fifth. And then Alex Wild for sixth place. Actually, I take that back. Alex Wild, fourth place.
I was just about to say, can I trade Alex Wild for Lachlan Morton for third?
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so my top 5 for BWR, Lesby, Tourbillon Road, Julian Gagne. Shoot, I now forgot my fourth place. Okay, we'll go back and get that. Oh, Alex Wild in fourth, Finsty in fifth. And then for the women, because they don't have as many listed, I think we just do top 3. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, I don't remember any
I
of
don't
the
know
women
some of these
You said
women.
Cecile Lejeune, right?
Yeah. So my top, I think Haley Batson walks away with this. And then I'm going to go Cecile Lejeune because I think she's going to ride a Trek checkpoint with 2 2s and have that tire advantage. And then Haley Smith, who is on a factor. So I think she's just restricted by tire width. So I think that is a disadvantage for her with just how sandy it is.
I was gonna flip your results and go Haley Smith, Cecile Lejeune, and then Haley Batten for third.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Does Haley Smith have the new factor?
I was gonna ask her if that was the new factor she was riding. She didn't have super big tires on.
Yeah, I don't know. So, the last picture I saw of her bike, she had the slow Vittoria tires on that we talked about last week. So we'll see if she is able to put on their 2.1 mountain bike tires that are actually fast.
Maybe they listen.
Maybe so. Maybe. I hope so.
Yeah. This will be up before race
but
day.
I hope so.
Okay. And then
Chase, you gotta put yourself in your top 5.
Dude, I'll be happy with a top 10.
Okay. I'm down for that.
I can't handle a bike. When Lesby puts 2 minutes into me on a downhill, I just lose all confidence.
When he puts 2 minutes into you in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen. I could crash and,
Just don't crash and you'll do okay. Don't crash into a cactus. I saw on an Instagram reel that Daxton had like cactus in his knee, and that looked kind of painful. So don't do that.
Yeah. That looked really painful.
That looked kind of gnarly. Yeah. Racing in Arizona is scary, man.
Yeah,
Is there going to be a live stream for this?
They said just through Instagram stories.
Okay. They've done it before through Instagram and it ends up being decent. Like it's they update it quite often and get a lot of footage, but it's just through the stories, so it's not the best to watch. But if you guys are interested in watching, yeah, follow them on Instagram and just follow through the stories. It is kind of nice that if you're, I don't know, doing something else during the day, that you can just click in, watch 3 or 4 of the stories, and then log out of Instagram for an hour and come back and then continue watching. So that'll be kind of cool.
You can also, because they'll usually tag the riders. So if you're in the front group, it's nice to be able to reshare that, where when it's a live stream, you can't really reshare
Yeah, you can't
yourself
share
in
it at
some
all.
stories.
I guess that is true. That's good marketing, because then people might post it and then more people will watch it.
Yeah. But one thing I'm interested to see out of this whole weekend is I want to see Russell Finsterwald's Look gravel bike, because
Yeah,
right now I think it has really small tire clearance. So I wonder if they're going to be releasing a new gravel bike, and
I
that
think
is
that is a
another.
new gravel bike. Because
Yeah.
if you go to Look's website, the current gravel offering that they offer might be the ugliest gravel bike on the entire market. And there's no way it's the same one that he's riding. So it has to be like a new unreleased bike. Unless they released it this week. Because the last time I looked, there was nothing.
It's also the reason why I didn't put Lance in my top 5, is because he's on a Colnago now, and as good as his bike handling skills are, the stuff we rode at the end of the course today was so crazy. We got to the bottom of the trail and there was this old guy on a full suspension mountain bike, and he looks at me and Julian and he's like, "That's hardcore." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was pretty crazy." Like,
So
I should have.
if you don't have mountain bike tires in this race, you're gonna snap your bike in half.
Both Julian and I hit our rims multiple times on this downhill
Yeah.
because of how rocky it is.
Have you ever ran inserts?
I don't know what those are.
Like the little foam noodles that you put inside your tires?
No, I'm not gonna put spray foam in my bike tires.
Spray foam. This might be a good race to use some pool noodles inside your tires. I don't know.
Actually, it would be. I come from a road background though, so I've never used inserts, and I'm on the new NVAR 40s, and
Yeah,
I'm just gonna do a durability test on them at
those
mile
wheels are
95.
pretty bomb proof.
Yeah,
They're definitely like way more sturdy than the NV SES series wheels, like the 3.4s or the 4.5s. So if you're worried about durability, get the AR40s.
I've okay.
But
Envy's
after
not.
breaking, I broke 2 wheels last year, so I'm like more cautious about running the pool noodles in my tires at some races.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
I
while we're before we get too far away from this topic, everyone go to lookcycles.com and click on their gravel bikes, and please look at how awful that bike is. And if you own this bike, I'm sorry, but hopefully there's a new one coming. Are you looking this up right now, Chase?
at the here. I'll screen share it.
Okay. I
Are
don't
you
know how to
talking
do
about?
that.
You're talking about this bad boy, right?
We are talking about that bad boy.
I mean, honestly, the paint color, I kind of dig the paint color.
The paint is not the problem. The paint's kind of
No,
cool. That is the coolest of the 3 on the website,
but man,
but it just
that
doesn't look great.
Yeah,
and it looks like it cannot fit big tires, which is a big problem, especially for this race.
yeah. Oh,
Comes with 40s.
comes with 40s, and dude, the 40s look like they're about to rub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no bueno right there.
And dude, you can't even put how big is this chainring?
That looks like a 42 chainring, and it looks like it is already about to rub the chainstay. So hopefully Finsty has something other than this bicycle.
Yeah.
He did post a
Now
picture
I'm
on his
just
Instagram of an overhead view, and it had a one-piece cockpit that looked very integrated. So that bike looks like it cannot be integrated. So I'm guessing it's not this bike. And then I think he also had on like some 2.1 Thunderbirds or something similar.
Well,
So I think he's on a new bike. I
okay.
would have to assume
I feel like he wouldn't go sign with a brand that
that has
has
the
a
super gravel bike.
yeah.
Yeah, he's smarter
Dude,
than that.
look at sorry, now we're just turning into the Nero show. This is a dog of a bike.
That is a dog of a bike if I ever saw one.
Is
Holy cow.
who puts their hoods like that?
It looks AI generated almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
poor
Well,
guys over at Look.
there goes.
Sorry,
They're
Look.
a sponsor of mine for pedals. Their pedals
They
are
make great
amazing.
pedals. They make
They
great
make
pedals. And
dude,
I would assume
actually
their new gravel bike is going to be great. That one,
yeah,
not so much.
I will say their road bike that Finsty has does look sick. Like
That
the
thing's
paint
sick.
job.
That's
Yeah.
sleek. That
That
bike
is
is real sleek.
that dog or that bike is ballin', as the Bonk Bros would say.
That bike is not a dog.
Look just released I think they're the perfect pedals for a Aero Dork Gravel Dad. They're the Keo Blade
Okay.
pedals. So the Aero pedals, but you can put lights on the back of the pedals.
Oh, I have seen those. Yeah. It's
And they
smart. Because then
yeah.
your lights are moving.
Okay. So we got our I think I don't know if I follow Finsty on Instagram. I'll have to give him a follow. But
I
okay,
follow
now
Finsty. He
we are going to
he slid into my DMs after Little Sugar last year because I let him borrow my Silka Electrico, whatever that little pump's called. It's right there on my shelf behind me if you're watching. I let him borrow it because he was like slashed his tire for the fifth time and ran out of CO2s. And as I was riding by, he's like, "Do you have a pump?" And so I just like whipped it out and gave it to him. So he DM'd me to say thanks.
dang.
And you're welcome, Misty. Not gonna happen again. Get your own pump.
Okay, now we're gonna just do well, at first I didn't think there was any gravel races happening this past weekend or happening this upcoming weekend besides BWR Arizona. So we scheduled top 10 preseason gravel ranking. This I think we both used to listen to, well, we still listen to the Grodio podcast, who used to
I
do
haven't listened in quite a while. Did you go back
okay.
and listen after we brought it up last week?
No, I haven't listened.
Okay. Okay.
But they used to do a top 10 ranking. Shout out Bill and Amanda, two amazing humans. And it was kind of the highlight of my career at one point because I made it onto the top 10 after finishing well at Mid South and Barry Bay in like 2023. So Gravel
I remember that.
Underdogs
I remember that
is
shout out.
we are launching the gravel ranking. Probably do this. We'll do it right now. We'll do it after Mid South, which will be before Seattle. we'll do it probably after Onbound because there's not much happening between Sea Otter. I guess there's Sea Otter, Traca, Onbound. We'll do it after Onbound, and then we'll do it after Gravel Worlds, and then we'll do it after the end of the year. So we'll do like five to
Speaking
six.
of Gravel Worlds, real quick, sorry to interrupt. Gravel Worlds, or the organizers of Gravel Worlds, also hosted a race this past weekend.
They
The
did.
Winter Endurance is all it's called, right?
Yeah, Winter Endurance.
And one of the athletes that I coach finished second at that race. So
Nice.
congratulations to Trevor. He crushed
Good
it.
job, Trevor. He's done the
Yeah.
day across Minnesota.
You know Trevor? Yeah,
I
he's
believe.
doing it
Yeah.
again. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we could cover results. I know Jonathan Waite from Iowa won the men's, and
Is
I
that who
believe
won?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the woman who won, her name was Olive. And if you won that race, you got a Lego
Pirate ship.
pirate ship. I think it was called. Maybe it was. I forget what it's called. But I remember looking at the price of plane tickets and being like, how cheap is it to get to Nebraska so I can win a Lego set? But by the time I spent all that money, I could have just bought the Lego set without
Yeah, I'm
traveling.
sure the
So
Lego set is cheaper than a plane ticket back to Minnesota.
yeah, but
And that race looked absolutely miserable. It looked
yeah,
so cold.
they don't get snow much in Nebraska besides the weekend of winter endurance every single
Yeah,
year.
it's like well-timed weather. If you're gonna call it winter endurance, it better be very wintry, and it was.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Speaking of Legos, I'm probably gonna buy a $650 Lego set on Friday. It's the Pokemon Lego set, dude.
Dang.
I was like, Pokemon and Legos, my two childhood
Favorite
like
things.
favorite things from my childhood, are releasing. I'll probably buy two. I'll buy one to resell in like 10 years and
That's
then
a good idea.
one to actually build. Yeah.
Yeah. Every once in a while when I'm in Walmart, I'll go down the Lego section because I'm like, this will be a fun rest day activity. Just build some Legos when it's freezing cold outside. And then I see the prices of Legos and I just like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my groceries and go home, I guess.
Every time I go, I don't do it in Walmart. For some reason, it's only a special thing I do in Target is I walk
Yeah.
through the Lego aisle. I'm like, and then, yeah, I see
It's
the
because
prices and I'm like,
it's because Walmart, you go there to get groceries, and Target, you go there to like walk around and look at the cool stuff Target has. Because Target's so
yeah,
much cooler than Walmart.
Abigail
All
hates
right.
Target.
What?
Okay. Yep.
We're off topic a little bit.
Okay. Back to business. We're going to do a preseason gravel ranking. But before Trey and I read our top 10s, I asked ChatGPT before we hopped on, and the prompt that I gave it. So Trey and I, little miscommunication. I told him it's mostly like let's do gravel racing. And it can be anyone, not in the
I
lifetime
thought
Grand
we were
Prix.
doing top 10 lifetime Grand Prix people, but we're basing this off of US racing. And if you're a US racer, then you're in the Grand Prix and you're the best of the best, or at least that's what Lifetime thinks. So the people that I pick should be the top people, according to Lifetime.
Yeah, but some of these people don't
Aren't
perform
Lifetime
at
people.
mountain bike races. And this
Yeah,
is
that's
like
true.
if they did, yeah, say like a gravel worlds race. My criteria was minimum of 5 races last year, 5 gravel races last year, in the US. So ChatGPT, I asked it, list the top 10 men and women gravel racers who raced in the US at least 5 times last year. I will share my screen and we will read the results.
This is going to be funny. I haven't seen this
Top
yet.
10 men. Number 1, Keegan Swenson.
Nice.
Assistant top performer in the US Series and Lifetime Grand Prix. Number 2, Cam Jones.
Smart pick, ChatGPT.
Number 3, Brennan Wirtz, national champion of 2024 and podium contender. Number 4, Russell Finsterwald. Number 5, Alexi. Number 6, Pete Stetna. Number 7, Payson McKelvin. 8, Lance Haydet.
I like Lance's description it gave. National podium and regular appearances. Good job, Lance.
Number 9, Matt Beers. And number 10, Cole Davis. Top 10
Is it bad
women.
that I don't know who Cole Davis is?
No,
I'm gonna have to look him up right now.
It will be a name that you may get acquainted with this season. He's Michael Garrison's teammate this year.
He's racing with Garrison.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was a Project Echelon roadie last year. So he's fast. Oh, yeah. Cole, I know this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he podiumed at Gravel Nationals.
Why do you think ChatGPT picked him as a gravel top 10?
He got third at Gravel Nationals, so he beat Alexi at Gravel Nationals, along with Payson, Pete Stetna, Russell Finsterwald, Brennan Wirtz. Yeah. They were all also there. And then he went on to, I think he won Belgian Waffle Ride, North Carolina, or second. Probably. I can't remember.
Yeah. I do remember the Project Echelon guy at BWR, North Carolina. I think he did win, but I might be wrong.
And then...
All right. ChatGPT women.
ChatGPT women. Number 1, Lauren Stevens. She's won every single Gravel Nationals. Ever. Number 2, Sarah Lang. Number 3, Paige Onweller. 4, Alexis Scarda. All the way down at 5th, Sofia Gomez Villafane. I'm butchering these names.
No, number 6, nailed it.
Cecile Decker. 7, Cecily Decker. 7, Haley Batten. 8, Flavia. 9, Heather Jackson. 10, Melissa Rollins. Not even
Did
on
Heather
this
Jackson
list.
race gravel last year?
I think on Bound XL.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. She does a ton of ultra running now, and she's a baller.
She's just a crazy good endurance athlete. Yeah. Okay, let's give our top 10s, and then let's come back to ChatGPT and give her a good old roasting. Okay?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm down. Okay.
You
want me to go?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so I picked all of these people off of the people that are in the Lifetime Grand Prix. And I kind of have them in 1st through 10th order, but also not really. I'm going to try to organize them a little bit. On the women's side, in 1st place, I have Sofia Gomez Villafane, and I think she will be 1st. 2nd place, I have Rosa Closer, which I think she will be 2nd. Then Carolina Migon. I don't know if that's how you say it. Now I'm gonna have to look through my list and kind of pick them because they're out of order. I'm gonna put Melissa Rollins in fourth, Haley Smith in fifth, Cecily or Cecile Lejeune in what is that, sixth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Haley Smith, LDC, Hannah Otto, and Morgan Aguirre will end my list.
Dude, okay. Okay, that's your list. Okay, I
What do you
actually
think
have.
about that?
Dude, you didn't even put the current national champion,
I didn't.
who also
I thought
like
about it, but I didn't.
you can't sleep on Lauren's mountain biking skills because she would have finished on the
Yeah,
podium at Leadville.
she was
Yeah,
third, right?
yeah, I think third because it was
Yeah,
Kate, Melissa, Lauren.
yeah. I don't know if it's like a personal beef, not really beef, but she just didn't make my list. I
That's okay.
I don't know. She is in the
Okay,
Grand Prix, and I think she will actually end up top 10, but she's just not on my list. I gave some like underdogs some speaking of underdogs, that's the name of this pod. I put some underdogs in there that I hope prove me right.
and you didn't put G on the top 10?
No. I think that was a result of
Oh, because she's not in the
just
Lifetime Grand Prix. Or is
she
she?
isn't.
She
No, I
isn't.
don't think
Okay.
she is. I have Oh no, I got rid of the Grand Prix list. I had it up. I don't think she's on the current Grand Prix. She might be a wild card, but I don't know that for sure either.
Okay.
Um,
So,
let's do
I-
your women's picks and then we'll go into men's.
okay. Number 1, Sofia. Number
Okay.
2, Rosa. Number 3, G. Okay, and I'm not saying their last names because I keep butchering all of these last names, and it's gonna be a lose-lose situation. I'm either gonna. So okay,
You didn't even
number
say G's first name. You just go by G.
G. I
They'll
act
either
like
know
I.
or they won't.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4, Caroline Magny. Number
McGowan.
5, McGowan.
I don't think that's
Uh,
how you say it either.
okay. For people who don't know, she won Unbound and did super good at uh like Gravel Worlds and is in the Grand Prix. Number 5, Lauren Stevens. Number 6, Cecile Decker or Cecily Decker. Number 7, Cecile Lejeune. Number 8, Courtney Sherwell. I I the name like didn't pop in my head, but she was
Yeah,
on the
I didn't think
results
about
for
her.
like a lot of big races. So kind
Yeah,
of like I think she's one of the people who just hasn't like won a big race, but she's always a top 10 contender. Number 9. So this is okay, I feel bad putting her here. Melissa Rollins, 9th. She I don't know. Uh
it depends. It depends on how we like decide to keep score of this because if we're keeping score based on all of the races that happen in the US, she probably will be lower down on the list. But if we
yeah.
like prioritize lifetime, then obviously she'll be higher up. But
Yeah.
we're going to figure out how to score more than just lifetime races.
And then, yeah, actually, that is something I've been thinking about, national ranking system. And then number 10, just OG dominator of the female gravel racing, Lauren D. Crescenzo. And honorable mentions, Danny Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Sarah
She's a
Lang.
wild.
Sarah finished on the podium at Nats. ABIS athlete. One of the few. She has a full-time job, I believe. Just smashing it with the best. She almost won Gravel Nationals, I believe. Haley Smith. And then Sarah Sturm. She didn't race that much in the U.S. That's why she didn't make my list. And then Paige Onweller was involved in an accident with a vehicle last year. So, okay, the men. I can start this one
Men.
off. Yep.
Okay,
If
you
you
started.
want to work on your listing yours. Number 1, Matt Beers. And this is based off of him dominating gravel burn, looking really good at the Sandoval, and also winning Big Sugar. Like, just dominated the end of the last season. Number 2, Cam Jones. Number 3, Keegan. Number 4. Okay, wait, we forgot to mention Keegan is not doing Cape Epic anymore because we did
He
say he
broke
got
his
hit
hip
by
or
a
something.
door, but now his iliac something is fractured, so he's not racing Cape Epic. I hope Keegan gets well. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Number 4.
I think he'll be back in no time.
He'll probably come to Mid-South and win.
He probably rode 100 miles today.
Yeah.
Just for fun. With a broken iliac crest.
Number 5, Toby Road. Number 6, Simon Nordal Svensson. Number 7, Alexi Vermilion. Number 8, Michael Garrison. This is based off of him podium results at Nats and the 4th place at Sandoval. Probably one of the best gravel finishes by a U.S. gravel racer ever.
He's a wild card, correct?
Think so. I know his teammate is going for the wild card. I don't know if Michael is.
I think I saw him on the wild card list.
Number 9, Braden Lang, current gravel national champion. I was kind of hoping he would crack a better result at Sandoval, but he's also one of those people who just crushes the end of season, so he's probably going to be climbing the ranks. And then number 10, maybe a little bit of bias here, but my teammate, Lynn Gagne, he got 4th at Big Sugar, and he won Core 4, and he had a top 10 at Gravel Worlds. And some of the people above him.
If we're talking underdogs, he is one of the biggest underdogs. Like, just so overlooked. No one knows who he is. But I think he's going to get some big results this year.
Yeah, I hope so. That's why I begged him.
That's why he's your teammate, huh?
Yeah, that's why I begged him to join Lunchbox. Okay, honorable mentions. Roman Bardet. He's been dominating this season. Hasn't raced in the U.S. yet. When he does, he's probably going to destroy it. Hot take. I think Roman could beat Keegan Swenson at Leadville. I'll leave it at that. End clip. Brandon Wirtz. Andrew Lesprance. If he raced more, he would have been on the top 10 list. Matthew Wilson, another person from down under, New Zealander, smashes it. Should have probably gotten second at Big Sugar. I don't know why he didn't get into the Grand Prix. Spoiler alert, he's going to be one of my wild cards in, and I would bet my life savings on that. Other person, Brendan Johnston and Adam Roberge. Honorable mentions.
I like it.
Okay, now it's your turn.
You want me to go now? Okay.
Yep.
My top three has the same people as your top three, but in a different order. We have Keegan in first. Uh,
Oh,
I, I think it's kind of just gonna happen. That's the way things are supposed to be. Keegan in first place.
okay.
Cam Jones in second. Keegan's teammate in third. That is Matt Beers now. But I could also see a world. So you pick Matt Beers for first. I put Matt Beers in third. But I could also see a world where this goes Keegan first and Matt Beers in like 10th because Matt Beers spends so much time working for Keegan, or vice
Mm.
versa.
Dude, when was the last time Keegan beat Matt Beers in a gravel race?
I don't know. Definitely Unbound, but actually, I don't even know. I'm not sure. I'd have to go
Yeah.
back and look.
Like Seattle?
It'll
Maybe
be
Unbound?
we'll see if Keegan has the same bad luck, we'll call it, when it comes to keeping air in your tires, because now they're on the same tires. So we'll see if Specialized has found a way to make their tires more puncture proof. Yeah, so that's my top three. Fourth place, Brendan Johnston. You had him all the way down in an honorable mention, but he just rode across Australia, so he might like not be able to pedal for the rest of the year. We'll see what happens there. Fifth place, I have Alexi Vermeulen. And then sixth place, the biggest underdog in US racing right now, Kyan Olshov.
Ooh.
You didn't even give him an honorable mention, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people because he was up there at what's the race up in Wisconsin?
Schwamigan?
Or Schwamigan, thank you. I couldn't think of it. He was up there at Schwamigan, up there at Little Sugar, and up there at Big Sugar. I think like top 10 in all of those. So he's going to be good this year. He's a young guy too, like
A- and
young
he's on
20s.
a proper gravel bike now. He's supported by Pinarello.
Pinarello, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he went from I don't know what he was riding last year to being on like he's got the setup now. Actually, a legit sponsored rider. Where last year he was very, very much like just. I mean, he looked like a brand new rider at half the races last year with it the way he had his bike set up and such. Yeah, so I have him all the way up at sixth. That's my underdog pick of the year. Then seventh place, Simon Pallode. He might be a little bit further down on the list than what he actually ends up being, but we'll see. Kobe Freeburn in eighth, Braden Lang in ninth. We both had Braden Lang in ninth. In 10th place, Lesby. And that's my list.
Wait, you didn't even put Toby on the list, did you?
Didn't even put Toby.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
The guy who got
There's so
third
many
at
good racers.
Unbound?
It's like hard to pick. What was Toby
Yeah,
last year in the Grand Prix? Third, fourth?
third.
Yeah, yeah. He'll definitely be back up there. But I just gotta pick some underdogs sometime. I
No,
probably should
making
like switch him with Kobe Freeburn or something. But it is what it is.
yeah, maybe. Sorry, Kobe, but I would say Toby is like the new like that Trek Driftless team. I feel like there's kind of
Yeah,
a Toby is the not alpha, but kind of the leader. But
yeah,
also Daxton and Kobe are both super young, so they're out. And Toby himself is pretty young, but they're out. Their rate of improvement is very fast.
yeah. Honestly, I feel like last year Dax was kind of not as good as he was in 2024.
Yeah.
But could be a topic for another day. I don't know.
He did win Valley of Tears. If I won Valley of
Well,
Tears,
he was off the front when they ended the race.
yeah, that's true. He would have got top
Like he won
3.
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, we're an hour in already.
Yeah, okay. So we went through men's and women's. We're gonna do this again with just wild card or not wild card, Grand Prix picks like closer to Sea Otter, probably the week before Sea Otter. And then also talk about wild cards in that episode. But do you want to go back to our chat GPT picks?
Yeah.
Dude, the men's chat GPT picks were really not that far. Except for Cole Davis and actually, I don't know.
I think
There's
Cole
a few
does
that are
deserve a mention.
He does. I guess we'll
Yeah.
watch him this year. Brennan Wirtz in third definitely should probably not be top 10. Lance Haydett, I love you, but definitely not top 10.
Dude, I don't know. Brennan Wirtz. Dude, when Brennan is on, like he won
Yeah.
SBT. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
It was a good course for him. That's the thing with
I
Brennan. It has to be a Brennan Wirtz course,
yeah.
which
And it
there
can't
aren't
be
that many of those.
I feel like he's just had like gravel worlds. He should just dominate at that race.
Yeah, he definitely should.
But
Did he race it last year?
Yeah, it was muddy, so
Yeah, the mud got a lot of people caught out.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's a good list. And then even the women's is, I think, pretty good. I mean, Flavia does really well at those Belgian Waffle Ride races. Alexis Scarda probably should have been honorable mention.
I thought about putting her in my top 10. She was close.
Yeah, she dominates Sarah Lang.
Oh wait, no, she was on my list. Just kidding.
I could see Sarah breaking out even more this season.
Me too.
But yeah, I actually have to wrap this up. So we're going to have to skip listener questions today. Actually, let's do a few quick listener. Yeah, we can do a couple.
Let me see what we got here. I'll pick a couple good ones.
I have one locked and loaded. Tires. Continental Dubnatals versus Schwalbe G1 RX in 22s or 55s. Speed is one thing, and I can read about rolling resistance in a ton of places, but how do they compare in ride feel, grip, and comfort in the corners? I've read that the casing is quite different between mountain bike tires and gravel tires, giving benefit in both handling and speed. Is that also the case now that they make 55mm gravel tires? I choose these two because they have similar tread and size. If you have other stuff that makes this a more interesting comparable, that would be nice as well. I am sponsored by Continental. Continental does not make any gravel tires in a 50mm besides their Terra Adventure and their Terra Hard Packs, which I don't use because my Lauf clears the Continental Dubnatals, and those roll faster than both of those tires. And if it's a really fast, low puncture course, I use 45mm Terra speeds. So I'm not a good person to answer this question. Trey, what do you have to say?
I'm not sponsored by any tire company. Thank goodness. So I can just answer this how I feel. those two tires are actually relatively similar, even though one's a gravel tire and one's a mountain bike tire. But the Dubnatal, being a mountain bike tire, has a lighter, thinner, more supple casing. Because even though the RX G1 RX is a faster version of a gravel tire, it still has the extra puncture protection that gravel tires have. And I don't know like the exact weights, but I know it's heavier and I know it doesn't roll quite as fast. And also, you cannot beat Continental rubber compound. It's so grippy. Even though the RX has a lot of knobs and pretty good traction, the Dubnatals have better traction and roll faster. But pretty similar tires. And say your bike can only fit 50s, the RX is, I mean, kind of in a way a smaller version of a Dubnatal. So if you can't fit a Dubnatal, go down to the RXs and you'll probably be happy. Yeah.
Thank you for answering that, because yeah, I don't know if I've ever ridden a 50 millimeter. Oh wait, I've ridden a 2.0, which is 50 mil. Okay, I've never raced on a 50 millimeter or 2-inch tire. It's always
Yeah.
the
I've ridden a lot of them. I keep trying a lot of them because it is like, for a lot of races, it's the perfect size where like the Dubnatal is a little too big, and then a 45 is just, that's a road tire. So it's a good size for a lot of stuff. And companies keep making those. Like there's more and more coming out all the time. I think we'll see even more this year. So I'm excited to see what other 50 mil fast gravel tires come out. Another question somebody sent in was just gravel bike comparison. That's a wormhole we're not going to get into. Be more specific, because I would assume we're going to answer these questions in a quicker fashion. Somebody said, tell me about your secret wheels that I've been testing. They're secret, so I'm not going to tell you about them. Fastest road tires for racing. If I was racing road, I would run the GP 5000. There's no other answer. Although the Schwalbe Pro ones are pretty good too. That guy's talking about an Athos. Oh, he wants to sell his Athos, Mares, and new state all-road V2 to buy a Mog. Yes, do that. That's a great option. And then this person wants to know if I'm joining Lunchbox Racing, and I am not. I am joining other racing options.
Is this what they keep asking about,
the
Grace?
Lunchbox is already filled.
Is this what Is this what they keep asking Grace about on Bonk Babes? Maybe you can't comment on this, but
oh no,
I'm just waiting.
Oh, no, I'm not doing the same thing Grace is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing different things. I will be mostly privateer with working with a new up and coming gravel team.
Whoa.
That I didn't start, but this year it'll basically be me, but we're gonna work to make it a bigger team in the future.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait on some merch and make sure all the ducks are in a row before announcing it, but it's coming. Yeah. Sponsored by Cask and Coup. So if you guys need helmets and glasses, go there, or go to Chase's sponsor, Avis
FKT.
Cycling, correct?
FKT FKT gear
FKT.
for yeah. And Avis helmets. You can look like Matthew Vanderpool. They just released their air breaker in the US, which
that's the super light one, right?
Yeah, like Puck looks sick in it. So I'm hoping I look cool in it, but I have a very big head.
I'm sure you will.
So
okay, any other questions?
No, that was the only question I had. But yeah, if you guys have more questions, message us at the Gravel Underdogs Instagram account. That's Gravel Underdogs without the vowels, besides the U. It's all we could afford when buying vowels for our
I'm gonna start
podcast.
answering all the just random DMs that I get on Instagram just on this podcast, and I'll tell the people they have to listen to the pod to get the answer to their
Ooh,
question.
yeah,
How about that?
that's a good idea.
Yeah, everyone go follow the Gravel Underdogs on Instagram. We'll start. I've been posting the questionnaire on my Built by Trey Instagram page to get the questions, but I'm going to start posting it on the Gravel Underdogs. And also subscribe to us on YouTube. Even if you don't watch podcasts on YouTube, that's fine, but it would help us out if you went and subscribed.
And just listen to us with the phone screen running in your pocket, and maybe we'll be monetized by YouTube in
That would be cool.
like a year.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
Sweet.
But
Well,
that's
yeah.
not why we're here.
Next
The only other thing
episode,
is, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say next episode, I'll be able to give a BWR Arizona recap, and yeah, Valley of Tears is happening the week after, so little predictions in for that
Are you
race.
doing Valley of Tears?
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have
Dang.
yeah, it's a road trip. Me, Julian, Henry Nelson, Seaman Nordal Svensson, and I think Adam Roberge. Well, Adam Roberge is meeting us over there. The guys I just listed besides Adam, we're all road tripping from Phoenix to Turkey, Texas.
Texas. Somewhere in Texas.
Yep. Maybe I'll try to do an in-person interview with someone over there. A little
That'd be fun.
post-race
Yeah.
interview.
Get somebody on post race, even if it's one of your teammates, just to talk about it.
I'm staying with enough fast people that one of them could probably end up on the podium. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Sweet.
This if you guys have a good idea of how we should do these gravel rankings, let us know. My my very, very, very rough idea is every race that we deem points worthy, there's 100 points to give out. If there's 100 people in the race, whoever is in 100th place gets 1 point, and then the person in first place gets 100 points. And if you get 100 in first place, you get no points.
Dude, I was thinking, okay, this is my idea, is we would just copy what the PTN does. No, PTO, Pro Triathlon Organization. And they have a platinum tier, a gold tier, and a silver tier. And they allot points between those. And then they kind of average it out, because if you do the point system, this was done a few years ago. Adam Roberge went and raced almost every single race you could get points at, and he had like double the amount of points anyone else did. So I think in averaging and like a weighting scale, maybe a way to do this.
That would be my idea. Was if me and you alone had to do the points, that's like the easiest way I could think of doing it. But if we go with your idea, which is definitely a better way, we would need help.
Yeah.
That's a lot, but that'd be cool.
We could figure it out. I mean, we could do something like that, but like at a platinum race, you get like 110 points, and then you move down all the way. Gold 100 down to 1, silver 90 to 1. Yeah, I don't know. We can figure something out. If you know, though,
there also needs to be like a points cap.
Yeah,
like only your top 5 or 6 races count.
Yeah.
Because like if you're somebody that just does every single race and finish 50th place or whatever, which overall isn't that good, you could still end up with the most points if you just race the most. So we have to figure out like a cap on it too.
Yeah, I think that would be a good
Maybe.
cap.
I don't know. We're just spitballing here.
If someone's listening this deep in, they may be
Somebody
willing to
will.
help us. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I got a new microphone. So if it sounded good today, let me know. And if it didn't, I'll return it on Amazon and get something else. That's all.
The end.
Bye, everybody.